All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to week 3 of NFL predictions. As always, my name is Juan Rodriguez. I do videos for the Great America Sports Network, which you can always follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on their YouTube page. I recommend checking them out. They are fun. They have some cool interviews with former players, just from anybody to anybody, agents, former players. It's pretty cool, and they do some cool projects. I would recommend checking them out. Subscribe to them, and you get some cool content. So as always, this is the weekly prediction show. I do this every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and on Tuesdays I do have another show at 7, same time. It's called the Silver and Bro Show, where me and my brother recap the Raiders' previous game, and then we look forward to the following matchup or next week's matchup. So always catch us there. But today is prediction time. So last week I had a pretty good run, 13-3, way better than week 1 where I went 9-7. Now let's see if maybe improve or keep that momentum going. So here we go. And as always, if any questions you guys have, ask away. My assistant will be gladly able to flag me down, write them down, and you guys ask and I'll answer. So let's get this show on the road. So starting off, tomorrow we got a Thursday night football matchup between Ryan Fitzpatrick with his, magical beard and Gardner Minshew, the stash. So it's a battle of pretty much the facial hairs. But overall, I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I'm going to go with Jacksonville over Miami on this one. I did not expect Jacksonville to kind of look good offensively and, kind of holding their own after all the trades and everything, all maneuvers they've done. But they're hanging in there. But I got them over Miami tomorrow. So give me Jacksonville over Miami. Then heading on to Sunday, we got the Los Angeles Rams visiting the Buffalo Bills. Teams that are 2-0. They're off to a great start. I'm going to take the Bills in this one. I think their defense is going to be a little bit better, especially at home. And I'm gonna bet on the house. I'm going to go Bills Mafia over the Los Angeles Rams. Then moving on, we got the Houston Texans over playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have to visit the Steelers. Yeah, give me the Steelers on this one. The Texans they have no answer offensively. Their defense is gassed by the beginning or halfway through the second quarter. They look dead in the water, and the Steelers' defense is probably going to be a little tougher than what the Texans have faced over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I think the Steelers can match up with anybody right now if Big Ben stays healthy, and he will play. Give me the Steelers over the Texans, and the Texans will fall to 0-3. Steelers will go to 3-0. That's kind of a give-me matchup right there. Then the next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams that are 0-2. One team looks like they made the right choice at quarterback, and they look like they're playing right, and the other one just looks pretty disastrous. But the problem with this is both teams are 0-2 for a reason. I'm actually going to go Philadelphia over Cincinnati on this one. As much as Joe Burrow has proven that it was the right pick to be number 1, I still think he's going to have to search for that first win. Even though the Eagles didn't look that extraordinary, I think Carson Wentz does pick it up this week, and I think Philly gets this win over a young Cincinnati team with no Geno Atkins and, a little banged up as far as, offensive linemen. But give me the Eagles. They're banged up on offensive linemen too, but I trust the Eagles defense a little bit more, especially at home. So give me Philadelphia over Cincinnati. Then moving on to the next one, the 49ers stayed actually in New York. They played last week against the Jets. They got to go back, play the Giants. 49ers piled up a bunch of injuries, but doesn't really matter. The Giants stink. Saquon's done for the year. The offensive line shuffle isn't really working out. That's something we're going to be talking about at the end of the show for my 3 positives and 3 negatives. Even with all the injuries the 49ers piled up, they still have enough talent to beat the New York Giants. So give me the 49ers over the Giants on that one. Then moving on, we got the Tennessee Titans going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take the Titans in this one. I'm going to take the Titans on this one. The Vikings, just the last couple of weeks, defensively have not looked good. Offensively, they have not looked any better. Kirk Cousins doesn't look like the quarterback he did last year. And, maybe they are missing Stephon Diggs. Who knows? But the Titans are kind of rolling right now. I know the first two matchups kept it close, but that's kind of what the Titans kind of are, to run the rock, and, Ryan Tannehill will make the plays that he needs to make. So, give me Tennessee over Minnesota. So, Tennessee will go to 3-0. Minnesota will go to 0-3. Next up, we got the Washington football team going up against the Cleveland Browns. Both are 1-1. This is sort of like a 50-50 matchup, but I do like the Browns' chances over Washington. I do like Cleveland going at home. I do like Cleveland at home. Washington had that one, game against Philly where it's like, oh, they did great, but that was against an injured line. Then they went up to Arizona, who doesn't have the best line, but it was good enough to protect Kyler Murray, and they couldn't stop DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. They couldn't stop that offense. And with the Browns, plethora of receivers, I got Cleveland over Washington. Moving on, we got the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Bears over the Falcons. The Falcons should be 1-1, but I guess they forgot how to play football on an onside kick for whatever reason, and they gave the Cowboys the win last week, but now they're 0. They should have won. They're now 0-2. Chicago is off to a pretty good start at 2-0. I don't see why they will have a problem with Atlanta. Matt Ryan, that's kind of his career. He's going to do everything he can to put his defense in a good position, and they're going to blow it. That's sort of been Matt Ryan's career at Atlanta. He does everything enough to help the Falcons win, but they blow it. So I think they blow this one too. Give me Chicago over Atlanta. Then moving on, for the last 10 a.m. game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going to Foxborough to play the New England Patriots. People will look at this and be like, oh, the Raiders are 2-0, New England's 1-1. Yeah, give me New England still. I got New England over Las Vegas. The Raiders still haven't proved anything as far as, they beat the Saints. They won on the road on the East Coast for the first, opening on the East Coast in the first time for like a minute. But overall, I still think their pass rush is still, pedestrian, way below average as far as, to be an average, pass rush in the NFL. They're not generating that. And with Cam Newton at quarterback, that can throw, that can run, that can pretty much do everything a quarterback in today's NFL can do. And with no pass rush on that defensive line, their linebackers are kind of banged up for the Raiders, and their secondary is still young. It's going to take a lot for this offense to keep putting up 30 plus points every single week. And it's not easy to do that against New England. I know Seattle did it, but they have a, way better quarterback option than what the Raiders do have. So give me Cam Newton, give me the Patriots, give me Bill Belichick in this one. Give me New England over the Raiders. And then we move on to the afternoon games. We got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm actually going to take the Chargers on this one. We did find out today that Tyrod Taylor did, the team doctor accidentally punctured a lung in his chest in pregame last week. So that was the reason for the surprise start for Justin Herbert. But he looked good. He looked good. He took Kansas City to overtime. The Chargers went up against Kansas City. They went to overtime, and it took 3 kicks. One for timeout, one for penalties, one for another timeout, and a bunch of other stuff, but Kansas City pulled away. The Chargers hung in there. They eventually lost to Kansas City, but the Panthers did lose McCaffrey. They are still kind of banged up offensively and defensively. They're still young. They're still trying to figure it out. The promise is there, but this week, give me the Chargers over the Panthers on this one. Do we have a question or no?
No, your brother wants to join.
Oh, well, put him in. And we actually have a surprise guest. my brother who does the show with me on Tuesdays, the Silver and Bro Show. It's actually kind of a surprise. He usually waits till Tuesday, but I guess he has something to say today. Is he on right now?
I just got one thing to say. I stumbled upon the show.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here he. Oh, hold on, bro. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So he's here. For those of you that do not know, this is my brother. We do have a show every Tuesday called the Silver and Bro Show, where we recap the Raiders game. On Tuesdays we recap the previous game, and then we look ahead during the following matchup, and we talk all Raider football. For you Raider fans that are out there that want to see a fun show, tune in, same network, 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, and we are happy to have him here as a surprise guest today for NFL Prediction Week, which is sort of rare. He usually stays away from this, but I guess he's on today. Bro, are you there?
I'm here, man. I'm here. I stumbled upon the show, and luckily I stumbled out right when you picked the Patriots over our Raiders. Wow.
Well, I mean...
Again, huh? Well, hey, you were wrong last week, so hopefully you're wrong again this week.
Maybe that's what I gotta keep doing. Maybe if I keep picking them to lose, maybe they'll win. Maybe that's what I gotta keep doing.
You never know. Really quick, because I gotta go. What were your other picks so far? Are they all done?
No, I mean, I'm halfway done. I got the Jaguars over the Dolphins. I got the Bills over the Rams.
Minshew Mania!
Yeah, Minshew Mania's gonna run. Minshew Mania's gonna run all over Miami. Then we got the Bills over the Rams. Then we got the Eagles over the Bengals. Steelers over the Texans. Niners over the Giants. I got the Titans over Vikings. Browns over the Washington football team. Bears over the Falcons. And then I got the Patriots over the Raiders, and then that's when you called in. So, and then I got the Chargers over the Panthers. So, I'm almost done with the afternoon picks.
Tragic.
Oh, come on. Come on.
You know this much. I really think that the Rams got Buffalo this week. You know, we got our buddy Juan that's a huge Buffalo fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's watching tonight, but yeah, I think the Bills get their ass kicked by the Rams Sunday. So.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know. 2-0. They're both 2-0, but the Bills at home. Usually in that predicament, I usually always bet on the house, and that's why I went with Buffalo this week.
Well, do you want to put a friendly wager, my Raiders against your Patriots?
Oh boy, here we go. They're not my Patriots. It's just look. This is what I went with the Patriots for. Look, the Raiders have no pass rush. The linebackers are banged up, and the secondary is still young. And they got to go up against Cam Newton.
Did you give a score?
Do I have a score? If I was going to score it, I'm going to say Patriots. I'll say Patriots 27. Raiders, I'll say 23.
You rolled on me.
Okay, I'll say Patriots 27, Raiders 23.
Yeah, we missed it by a little bit, huh?
Yeah, just a bit. I think there will probably be a missed opportunity somewhere. So.
All right, bro. I'll let you get back to your show. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Later,
all right.
Bro.
So that was my brother. Again, you can join us for Raider fans out there every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on this network, Great American Sports Network Facebook page. And, join in the fun. It's a lot of fun for Raider fans. So, come on in. And want to thank my brother for the quick special guest appearance. I was not ready for that. So, that was nice of him. So, where were we? Let's see. Okay, Chargers over the Panthers. Then we got... Here we go. The Indianapolis Colts take on the New York Jets. Give me Indianapolis. The Jets are just terrible. There's no other way to put it. They're just a terrible, terrible team right now. They look bad, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better with these injuries that they keep having. So give me the the Colts over the Jets. Then here we go. Moving on to the luckiest team in America, the Dallas Cowboys, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And I mean that with all sincerity. The Atlanta Falcons just forgot how to play football for 3 seconds. And Dallas took the opportunity on that. So, Dallas the luckiest team, and Atlanta proved that they were the dumbest team on that Sunday. So either way, the Cowboys do not have another easy one. They have Seattle. They took New England toe to toe, and you know where I'm going to go with this. Russell Wilson is looking pretty good, and I think he gets this one done as well. I don't think Dallas can go to Seattle. Even without the fans, they're banged up on defense as well. Their offensive line's, banged up. Tyron Smith is a questionable call right now. And if he goes down, it's going to be probably another long night. And they're going to have to rely on Zeke to do it again. Because, he can't. Dak Prescott cannot keep rushing 3-4 touchdowns every single week. He has to throw. And he's got the weapons to do it. It's just, I don't know, with this Seahawks defense and this Seahawks team in general, give me Seattle over Dallas this week. So, hey, it could be worse. If this prediction comes true, they're lucky that they're 1-2 and not 0-3. Then they'd be in big trouble. But give me Seattle over Dallas. Then moving on, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give me Tampa Bay on this one. I like Tampa Bay over Denver, and not by a lot. I think it'll be a close matchup than what people really think. Tampa Bay hasn't really done anything explosive as of yet. Denver is trying to keep it close, but it's just now with Drew Lock gone, and they signed Blake Bortles. Defensively, they still need answers, and now we get to see if Jeff Driscoll can take over a game other than just 2-3 quarters. So, but overall, the Buccaneers defense I like over Denver's defense. Give me Tampa Bay over Denver. We got something there? Oh, no? Okay. Then moving on, we got the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. This is an easy one. Give me Arizona. Give me Arizona. I hope people now are starting to understand what I meant in the offseason. The second they traded for DeAndre, that this was only going to help Kyler Murray. They got DeAndre, and that's what he was missing. He was missing a number one. Well, you get him one of the best ones in the game. And now you're going to go play a team against the Detroit Lions who, even though the NFL's been around for 100 years, I want you guys to understand this. The Detroit Lions have been in the NFL for 100 years. They are the only team to give up double-digit leads in 4 straight games. And their head coach supposedly is a defensive-minded coach. No, he's not. He's a guy who's way over his head, and he doesn't even look like he should be on the sideline. He kind of looks like, he kind of looks like the janitor from a high school. And the way he kind of just, all sweatpants and everything, and just, he looks like he doesn't command a team. He looks like he should be sweeping up a high school somewhere. And we're going to get to that, and I'll explain that right now in the second part of the show. But yeah, give me Arizona over Detroit, and it's probably not going to be any close. I don't know who's going to keep up with DeAndre. I don't know who's going to stop Kyler Murray. Give me Arizona over Detroit. Then here we go, Sunday Night Football. We got a good one. We have a good one. We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Saints are kind of a mismatch right now. They just did get off that defeat in Las Vegas, and now they have to go play a Sunday Night Football game against the Green Bay Packers, who have been red hot, who looks like they look better. I know they didn't draft a wide receiver, which was kind of everybody's complaint. And, they look dangerous right now. Can you imagine if they had another weapon? They'd be even more dangerous. And, Rashawn Gary's finally coming into his own as a third down rush passer. Not something you want from a first-round pick. You would prefer if he was the, every pass rusher, every down pass rusher. But he's coming to his own as a third downer. The Smith brothers are doing their thing. And Aaron Rodgers looks like he's on a mission. And what I mean by that, he's not on a mission to win MVP. He's not on a mission to get to Pro Bowls. He's on a mission to get to the Super Bowl. That's what he's looking like when he's playing. I understand, last week, 18 of 38, and today's NFL fans like, oh no, he was under 70% completion percentage. Oh no. Doesn't matter. Look at the score that they won. They killed the week 1, and they killed again week 2. I don't know how this is going to affect the Saints, Because, the Saints should have beaten the Raiders. They didn't. I don't know if that's going to affect the morale. But with the Packers coming in red hot, I'm going to go Green Bay over New Orleans. And if this were to come true, this would spell big time trouble for the Big Easy. And give me Green Bay over New Orleans. I just don't know what's going to happen. If Aaron Rodgers keeps playing the way he's playing and Aaron Jones keeps doing what he's doing, I don't know how you're going to stop this team. This team looks like they're on a mission to go to the Super Bowl. So, they have a lot of hurdles. There is Seattle, San Francisco. They might get healthy right away. Who knows? The Buccaneers are starting to look like maybe they'll come together. But who knows? And the Rams look good too. But all I'm saying is right now, the darlings right now, the NFC, is the Green Bay Packers because of the high scoring. Now, their defense does give up a chunk of yardage, but they do make up for it. So, in this game, give me the Packers over the Saints. And then to the final matchup, we got Monday Night Football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is going to be a good one. 2 MVPs at quarterbacks, 2 teams that are well coached, 2 coaches that have won Super Bowls. There's going to be a lot at stake here. It's early in the season, and maybe it's a good thing for both teams to have this early in the season, because if this was late in the season, this would probably predict who gets home field, who gets first seed, who gets second seed. This is going to be a great matchup. This is my matchup of the week. This is the one I'm going to be waiting for. Monday Night Football. You got the Chiefs. You got the Ravens. You got 2 teams who are 2-0. You got a team that's the reigning Super Bowl champions. You got a team who looks like they're Super Bowl contenders after 2 weeks. And this is a tough one. I have contemplated this game all day. Even at my other job, I was contemplating, man, what if this happens? What if this happens? I wish I had the technology to do the whole little 1,000 simulation test, but I don't. So I'm just going to go with my gut here. And as I always say, in a game this close, you always, majority of the time, people always bet on the house. So with all that being said, don't kill me. Give me Baltimore over Kansas City. Give me the Ravens over the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, it's going to come down to the wire. It might come down to an extra point for all I know. It might come down to a field goal. It might come down to something. And I got a comment here. Wow. Yep. That's right. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens over the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, I always say this. When teams like this meet, it's always safe to bet on the house. Give me the Ravens at Baltimore over the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a great game. I expect it to be a high-scoring game. I don't expect the refs to get involved as much, because I don't think they want to disrupt the game unless, there is a foul that does need to be called. But the way I see it, it was hard. It was a hard choice, but I'm going to go with Baltimore over Kansas City. And I can't wait. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be right here in my room with the tube, with the cold one on the table, and just enjoy this game. You don't get Monday night games like this rarely. When you get 2 superstars like this, they both have, and then we got a prediction. Kansas City by 10. Here we go. And see, this is one of those things. This can go either way. Baltimore can win by 10 too. They've shown it. Kansas City can win by 10 too. They've shown it. It's gonna be a great game. I can't wait for this game. As a football fan, this is games that I live for. I live for these type of games. But I'm just gonna stick with my theory. Always bet on the house. I'm still gonna take Baltimore over Kansas City. And do we have any questions or no? Oh, thank God, because man, they would have killed me by now. But yeah, so that is gonna be my Week 3 predictions, and now it is time for the segment of 3 positives and 3 negatives. So I always want to get the negatives out of the way first, because nobody likes the negatives, but we had 3. The first negative is the hot seats. And what do I mean by the hot seat? I mean, I'm looking at the Jets, the Lions, and the Denver Broncos. And I know what you're thinking. It's only Vic Fangio. Well, it's not Vic Fangio I'm talking about. It's John Elway. And I'll explain why. Look, Super Bowl 50, that was awesome, dude. That was awesome. But that was 4 seasons ago. And that already feels like it's forever. You know, that feels like forever ago. And the thing was, you know, you had no plan after Peyton Manning. You had no plan. John Elway had no plan after Peyton Manning. They decided to draft Paxton Lynch. He was gone by year 3. They brought in Brock Osweiler. It didn't work out. Or they didn't want to even sign Brock Osweiler, but it worked out for the best. You know, they kept trying with a bunch of other things. They tried Joe Flacco last year. It didn't work out. Drew Lock looks good, and then he gets hurt. You know, John Elway had no plan. And it's not even just the quarterback situation. It's, who did you retain? You let Derek Wolfe go. You let Matt Paradis, who was one of the better centers in the NFL, you let him go. And I know the saying, you can't keep everybody. But damn, John Elway, you got to keep somebody. I mean, you got to keep somebody. This rotating lineman, this whole, who's the running back, who's, you know, wide receiver, it's like, damn, John, I know you can't keep everybody, but you got to keep somebody. You got to keep somebody, man. And for me, Vic Fangio, it's, you know, the same last year was like, I can't believe he had to wait a long time to be a head coach. Well, in the second year, we can see why he had to wait for a long time to be a head coach. And that's just the saying, guys. Sometimes you're just a great coordinator and you can't be a head coach. It happens. It happens. Happens all the time. Very few can go from coordinator to head coach. Nothing to be ashamed about it. You got a chance. It happens. I'm not going to give up on Vic Fangio yet, only due to the fact that he had injuries. But John Elway, from looking at your rookie class this year and the years prior and the free agent signings you did do, and speaking of free agent signings, that Graham Glasgow, I know people are going to come up and think, whoa, they signed Glasgow from Detroit. You want to know why they signed him from Detroit? Because he drafted to be a center, then he didn't work out, and they put him at guard. So what did Denver do? They're splitting him between center and guard. You want to know why you got him, Denver? Because Detroit didn't want him, and you were hurting for a guard. That's why you got him. And you gave him all that money when you could have given it to Pradis, who's now in Carolina. He's not doing any better, but at least he's got his ring, and now he's getting his checks. Worked out for him. So, for me, you know, that's one. Another one, the Detroit Lions. Look, I understand. You know, Detroit, I love you guys, man. You guys are proud fans, and I know this because I have quite a few friends that are Lions fans. And, you know, you guys love them to death. And I know you guys are tough and rumble, man. Like, you don't give a crap if they win or lose. You're still going to be there. But I'm going to speak out for you guys because, you know, you guys are not being heard. But I will speak out for the Lions fans, for the respect of my friends. Please fire Matt Patricia. The guy who should be a janitor for a high school. When you're a head coach, you're supposed to dress with, not with class, but at least with a bit of a dignity of like, I'm going to lead these men. You're looking like you're about to do a 45-minute walk to the next Dunkin' Donuts. That's what you look like. You're looking like a dude that's wearing all these sweat gear and looking like you're about to walk away to go to the next Dunkin' Donuts. The men do not trust you. You look like a janitor that should be, you know, janitor for a high school. The Detroit Lions ownership, this is on them though. Before they hired Matt Patricia, they had a guy named Jim Caldwell. In his first year, he was 11-5. In his second year, he went 9-7, and they decided that was not good enough, so they fired him. 2 winning seasons back to back. The first time Detroit had that in the last 20 years. And they decided, yeah, not good enough. Let's fire him. And let's bring in a Bill Belichick protege. Ever since then, he is now 9 wins, 25 losses, and 1 tie. You want to know who that tie was to? A rookie quarterback named Kyler Murray. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. He just does not look like a head coach. He does not look like he belongs to be a head coach. Maybe a coordinator, fine, same thing. But head coach, I'm surprised he's still the head coach of the Detroit Lions. So, Lion fans, I'm with you, man. And the last one, the Jets. The Jets, man. Adam Gase, I don't want to hear that. If I'm a Jets fan, I don't want to hear we got to get better quicker. That's your job, dude. It's up to you guys to prepare these guys to go out and play, and it looks like you haven't done crap. I understand injuries are not in your favor, but that's everywhere around the league right now. And I'm surprised he's still a head coach too. I don't know where he would be if he wasn't in the NFL. He'd probably be lost. I'm pretty sure Adam Gase looks like a man, if you turn him around, he'd be lost with a compass. If you give him a compass and turn him around, he would be lost in life. That's what he looks like to me. The second negative, injuries. Look, I wish for all these guys to get better. And hopefully they do get better because these injuries suck, man. A lot of key players going down from Barkley, Anthony Barr, just so many. Cortland Sutton, just so many players going down. You know, Nick Bosa, Solomon Thomas, Incognito. Just week 2 was not favorable for injury, so hopefully week 3, it's all good. The last negative, the Atlanta Falcons, who for the last 10 seconds, or pretty much the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, they looked like the clueless team in America. That special teams unit forgot how to play football. And now they're killing for themselves. And if I'm Atlanta, I'm going up to Matt Ryan and Julio Jones right now, and I will go up to them, shake their hand, and say, I'm sorry I wasted your career. Because that's what you guys did. You guys wasted Matt Ryan's and Julio Jones' career. That's what you guys basically did. You ruined one of the best passer in the history of the game's career, and you destroyed one of the best wide receivers in the game his whole career. If I'm Atlanta, that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm just shaking up to them and say, I'm sorry. I wasted both of your guys' career. And that's the negative. Let's move on to the positives now, shall we? Because, I mean, it's... For week 2, I had a lot on my mind, and I just... Let's hope week 3 is better. So week 3, I'm going to give a shout out to Justin Herbert. Hey, look, man. It's hard being the backup. Because you don't know when your number's going to get called, and you better be ready when your number is called. And he did that. You know, the accident to Tyrod Taylor, he stepped in. Yeah, he made a couple rookie mistakes, which I'm sure he'll learn from. But he hung in there with the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. He hung in there. So that's the first one. I got to give it to Justin Herbert. He came in, didn't look shooken, didn't look phased at all. And I hope he keeps it going. I hope he keeps it going enough to where, the Chargers made the right choice. And hopefully he keeps having good games. So Justin Herbert, that first one's for you, man. The second positive, MVP voters. Finally, you guys have finally woken up and started putting Russell Wilson in the MVP conversation. All he's done year in and year out since he's gotten in the league is done amazing plays with his arms, his legs, everything you can ask for. And you guys have never given him one MVP vote. Not one. Well, I'm glad he's playing the way he is, because he's waking you guys up. And I'm pretty sure now some people outside of Seattle are finally to understand that Russell Wilson is the real deal. And just like they say in Seattle, let Russ cook, baby. Just let him cook, man. Let him do his thing. He knows what he's doing. So, MVP voters, you're the second positive. And then lastly, the last positive I have for this week. And it was a tough one. It was a very tough one to go either way. But I'm going to say it. The Raiders. You beat the Saints. That's good. That was a real life eye-opener where kind of everybody, including myself, did doubt you. You know, I think the Monday Night Crew, I think Randy Moss had it 35-13. I don't think not one person, NFL Network or ESPN, they had one nobody took the Raiders. A lot of people didn't. And you guys proved it out there. You guys won. You guys did your thing. I know my brother called it. But maybe he was just lucky. I don't know. But as far as, analysts and all that stuff, I don't think one person had the Raiders winning over the New Orleans Saints. Maybe David Carr was the only one. I don't know. I have to go back to it. But, the Raiders, you guys beat the Saints. That's good. And I know Raider Nation's out there. When can we get our respect? When can we get our respect? If you guys beat New England at Foxborough, you will start seeing the respect. But you got to beat them. Because if not, then you got to go against Buffalo. That's a hard one. Then you got the Chiefs. That's another hard one. And then you got your bye. If you can finish your bye 3-2 or better, you'll start getting respect. The Raiders will start getting respect around the league. So, as I mentioned, every Tuesday, 7 p.m., Raider fans, come check out me and my brother who was on the show earlier. Come check us out. We have a lot of fun. We talk nothing but Raider football. And every Wednesday, we pick teams. I make my predictions every week. Last week, I went 13-3. I could have had a couple. If it wasn't for those stupid Falcons, maybe they would have helped me out. But whatever. It happens. Hopefully, I can keep the momentum going. And maybe I can get better. Who knows? But, I appreciate everybody that did want to comment today. Everybody that did want to participate. I want to thank my brother again. Do we have any questions or anything? No questions today? Nope. All right. Then we are all set then. So again, guys, Tuesday, 7 p.m., me and my brother Julian, Silver and Bro Show, and every Wednesday, 7 p.m., we make NFL week predictions. And hopefully I can do better this week than I did last week. 13-3 is going to be pretty tough, but I'm pretty confident in my picks. So until then, I'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful night.